So you start out and you draw a picture of yourself. Now, I am a person of various talents, and drawing is not one of them. But, this is just for the sake of showing the exercise. Now, I am going to make it personal because I like myself some eye makeup, and I love a good hair bow. Okay. So, now, the idea behind this exercise is we all have a personal space. I like to call it a bubble. You hear people in energy work refer to it often as like your auric space. So, when you don't have an awareness of yourself and all the good things that you are and all the potentials that you have, or if you just believe really negative things about yourself, your auric space tends to get so small that it starts to close in on you. But when that space is filled with a knowledge of who you are, what you offer as a human being, and a belief that you do belong in this world, your bubble tends to get bigger and stronger. I'm just laughing at my drawing. Okay, so the idea with this exercise is that you are going to write some words in this bubble of some personal traits that you have that are positive and admirable traits. So you're going to start with things that traits that you already know that you possess. And so for mine, the first one I would write is that I am honest. What's another one I can write? I sing well. I can't think of anything else. But so off the top of my head right now. So you start that inner circle with some good traits that you already know you possess. And then as you work your way to the outer circle, you want to write some things that you aspire to be. So for me, I aspire to be a helpful person. I'm not always so great at it. So I'll write that on the outside of my circle here. Now, the thing is, I don't care what anyone says. I don't believe in lying to yourself and kind of blowing smoke up your own butt. So if I'm going to say that I'm helpful, when I know deep down that I'm not always very helpful, I have to have a separate space where I can write some examples, where I can start to fill it with examples of things I've done to be helpful. One of the things I could write is that I'm posting the self-esteem exercise to help others who maybe don't feel so great about themselves or don't realize that they're special. So I posted the self-esteem exercise. That's one way that I am living up to my aspiration to be helpful. So you can do this. Like I said, you fill the center up with things that you already know that you pretty much are. And then as you work your way out on that very outer edge, you're going to write some things that maybe you aspire to be, but you kind of feel like you fall short. And you know what? These behaviors, like helpful, you can also write ways that you help yourself. Because if you don't help yourself first, then what good are you to anyone else? So any behavior that you're going to write down that you aspire to can always start within. You know, let's say you want to be charitable. Well, maybe you make sure you give yourself some time. And then maybe the next step is you give $1 to a homeless man. And maybe the next step is you raise money for a cause. So you can always start small and just go from there and just build yourself up and out. And yeah, so this is my fun little exercise that I wanted to share. And I hope it helps.